Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello, world. I'm Chris Pirillo. This is my brother, Ben Pirillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, gadget views, and answers that you can use, answers to the questions that you might ask my brother, which is what I asked of you earlier on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, and everywhere else. And I have a list of questions for Ben. Diana is also in this video. Right back there, and she will be watching from afar because it's a more comfortable chair than the chairs that Ben and I are sitting in. And my dad is on the other side of the camera. I don't think he's going to say anything, so you're just going to have to believe that he is sitting there.
I'm here.
Okay, he is really here. Now, if Ben was wearing glasses, you would think that you would know that we were related. But Ben wears contact lenses, and
Actually, there is.
Someone else had a bug on his back. We have no buds in this house unless the flowers that Mom, if you want to go ahead. This TLDR, by the way, is being recorded in my parents' basement. There's
New
mom
toys for the kids.
in the video. Ben's kids, who you may hear running around upstairs. Okay, are we ready to continue with the whole...
Go start.
I'm ready. I'm not going to start over. This is just life. You guys are just going to have to get used to it. You're going to like it, and that's the way it's going to be. You're going to like it.
Family life.
Yes, it's family life, and this is more family than we normally get, right, hon?
Right.
Oh, we're getting a dose. Oh, and speaking of, thank you. One of your sons gave me a leaf.
Yeah. I think it was Roman.
I was very happy to receive this. I don't know what I'm going.
He wanted to bring it in earlier, and I said, no, just wait.
Just wait. Yeah, certainly.
Just wait.
So the big news, if there is geek news and somewhat gadget views, this is my Nexus 4, and I am very happy to hear that Google is now rolling out Android 4.3 to all Nexus device owners. I've been trying to update it every 5 minutes, been checking, and it's been slowly rolling out, so I do not have the ability to show you Android 4.3 yet, although I can't say from everything that I've read that it's been a massive leap over Android 4.2.2. Every time I check, it says, no, it's not ready to be downloaded. So I hope to have the latest Android operating system on this phone and other Nexus devices that are back in my home in Seattle. I'm sorry, our home. Diana's here with me. Kind of. Still not used to the air in Iowa. Never really was when I lived here. This is where I grew up, in my parents' basement. I am the proverbial guy who grew up in his parents' basement. And I moved out, which means you can do it too. So, Google is rolling out Android 4.3. They also announced a thinner, lighter Nexus 7 with a higher resolution screen arriving July 30th for $230. That's their 7-inch variety, or something equivalent to an iPad mini. And I've done a review on the first Nexus 7. I will more than likely do a review on the next one that comes out. Of course, that means that I have to sell my current Nexus 7. So if you want the older or original generation Nexus 7, drop me a line. I'd be happy to sell it. Just email me, chris@pirillo.com. And then stay tuned for the unboxing and review of the new Nexus 7. Also new, Google has introduced Chromecast, which is a $35 HDMI streaming solution for television. So it's like an Apple TV, where you could stream from your Nexus device or Android device, theoretically, to the television. So it's a much more affordable Apple TV, but not a complete Apple TV solution. Certainly, Apple TV with AirPlay, $99. Google's Chromecast, $35. That could get you the same type of experience. Of course, theoretical experience, I haven't had a chance to use it. We will see if it matches. Because Google is not exactly known for having great consumer, let me say that again, great consumer-grade experiences. Sometimes the features work, but the implementation that Google usually applies is not always clean. So don't have any take on that other than, hey, I think it's a good thing for Google to do, $35. It's definitely within Geek Impulse Buy territory, especially if you have Nexus devices anyway. Google's also released a Google Play Games app to compete kind of with Game Center with what Apple has done. So that was, a given. I figured that was just a matter of time, as I'm sure Ben did as well, because this is some of the questions you're going to get asked are related to the kind of things that I'm talking about, because a lot of the stuff is going right over Ben's head. Some people ask, Ben, are you a geek just like your brother Chris? And the answer is no. So Ben is not exactly the opposite. He's still very tech savvy. uses computers and smartphones and whatnot. But he's definitely not the same kind of geek as
not
me.
that detailed, not that in depth, I guess I should say.
You don't think about it the way that I do.
No.
You didn't make a career out of it.
No.
No, you're a phys ed teacher and a good one at that.
Yes.
But you're also thinking about doing some YouTube videos.
Yes.
Phys ed
based. I'm kind of interested to maybe make some stuff, my views and thoughts and ideas of my field and where it should be and what we should be doing, and also posting about the different games and activities that we do in my class and what I like to do. And I mean, it's what I do. I love playing games. I love teaching games. I love working with the kids.
And like real games, not video games. Even though you like video games,
yeah,
you play video games.
Yeah, oh yes.
But we'll get into that too. So if you have a phys ed teacher, want a virtual phys ed teacher, Ben is your man. Or show Ben's videos to your phys ed teacher if you have a phys ed teacher. And then have them subscribe to Ben's channel. We'll have to link it in the video's description because I think is that what you set up this morning?
Yeah, that's what I was working on. So I mean, it's going to take me a while to kind of figure it all out.
It's not that hard.
I know it's not that hard to upload. My dad can do it, so I should be able to do it.
So see if Dad can do it. Dad's got his YouTube channel.
So,
although I don't think you're going to be doing any vlogging. It's just primarily.
No, it's more just probably like my opinion on fields. It's not like my day in life. But
because I respect the fact that your family, you don't want to put everybody out there online like I might do, that Diana got sucked into, but you would object if it wasn't comfortable for you, right? Right. Yeah. Theoretically. So I know that you're taking a different approach to that stuff, and I think it's fine. I think it's just as good to keep your kids kind of protected from what's out there, even keeping their faces off the internet as long as you can.
As much as we can, because eventually it'll be there. So
yeah, eventually. But I think once they're older and enough, hopefully to understand kind of the everything that goes with it. I did want to remind everybody, speaking of Google, before I get too far off the track, that I've just downloaded a new audiobook. If I can get that, the brightness is going to be a little off because it's a bright background. And it's not going to work. In the Plex. Actually, no, it's kind of faded on there, too.
Yeah, it is.
Written by Stephen Levy. And Stephen has been in the industry for quite some time. And he wrote a book about Google, or, what the Google culture was like, what Google's like. It's now available as an audiobook through Audible. Go.tagjag.com/audible is how you can get a 30-day free trial plus 1 audiobook download. And if you wanted to know, if you love Google and you want to know more about Google, In the Plex is the book that you can listen to instead of read, because I don't do a lot of reading other than just daily scans of news. If I want to experience a book, I would rather experience it by movie, and if I don't have a movie, which I doubt this is going to turn into a movie, I have an audiobook through Audible. Very happy about that. Wanted to mention that. So use the link, and we'll be sharing more of that, including in the link in the video description. Okay, so go on to the questions with Ben, or for Ben. Ágúst Rúnarsson asks, is he as much of a tech geek as you? And I think we answered that question. I knew there was a question in here somewhere. Marcellinus January, are you Mac or PC?
I have a PC.
Okay, so
but I have iPhones and I have the iPad, but I don't really use Mac. But I'm not. I don't sit in front of the computer a whole lot.
You're probably more of an average consumer then.
Yeah.
You still have a Windows PC somewhere. But then you've moved on to using, okay, let me ask you this to kind of build off this. Do you use your phone or iPad more than your PC?
Probably.
Okay, well, that's fair. I mean,
it's just easier because it's always on, instead of having to boot up the computer, it's already on. We just grab it, especially if we're needing to look something up on the internet or whatever. But a lot of what I do for work, I have to do PC because that's what our district supports and stuff. So
no, for now, maybe eventually they'll be moving on to like iPhone and what have you.
No.
Oh, you don't think so? iPad? No. Oh, really?
We had it written for tablets, and they said no to iPads. I was a little sad.
Hey, well, apparently some non-Apple fans in the IT department there. Eventually they'll die. Let's see here. Moving on. Well, it's true. They're just going to die. We're going to have to get used to it. You can't stem the tide. It's what people want to use.
It happens.
And I'm not trying to, that's not a death threat, I'm just saying that people get older. I'm staring down the barrel of 40 here in a couple of days, and I'll get to that in a few minutes.
You got a 70 staring down at you, too.
I got 70? Oh, Dad's now 70, so he's staring down at us, physically. So that was a literal stare down. Let me do Arjun Subramanyana's question is, what does he feel about his elder brother's career? Like me doing what it is that I do. How do you feel about that? What do you think about it? Maybe instead of feel.
I'd probably feel like anybody who has a sibling that enjoys what they're doing, I'm happy for him. You know, it's something that he loves doing, and something my dad told us to do is whatever you're gonna do, you want to do, you're gonna do for the rest of your life. So make sure it's something you want to do for the rest of your life, and that's. I mean, he's enjoying doing it. He likes doing it, so he's going to keep doing it.
In my lack of physical prowess, look at Ben's arm compared to mine. Like, not just whiteness, but the thinness. I think if I go at an angle, it's a little better. But if I'm straight on, it looks horrific. I mean, Ben's, like, got guns, like, out to here.
Not anymore.
Being a physical education teacher, not being one, will do that to you. Tom Sharples, this is what I was going to go with. Does he like bacon? Does Ben like bacon?
Yes.
Okay, Rhonda Meow Readman asks, what is his favorite gadget? What phone does he carry around? I think you mentioned iPhone. What do you have a favorite gadget? If you think of it in gadgets.
Gadgets are small devices.
Just whatever device, big device, small device is gadget. Electronic piece of equipment that you can carry around.
No, games. I like PlayStation games, but gadget small. That probably might be the iPad.
Okay. And you use that as the family iPad. Diana and I, didn't we get you one a couple Christmases ago?
Yes, I've had it for a couple Christmases. I also use it at work.
Okay, cool.
You know.
See, you can still use it at work. People don't have to die for you to use the iPad.
No,
Kade William Beadman, what's his hobby?
Playing with my kids. That's pretty much quickly taken over of our life. So, before that, I enjoyed photography. Getting out and taking some pictures, I really enjoyed that. Exercising, but now it's just kind of family and kids and doing things with them. Our oldest is getting into sports. I also play softball. So
Dad's coaching him right now.
Yeah.
Not
coaching me on what to say.
Like, you like this, you like that. Stephen McGann asks, what was his favorite gaming system growing up, if any, and if so, what was his favorite video game? So growing up. Well, I mean, we kind of, I guess, the same system.
It went in stages. So, we had the Nintendo, and then
had the Atari.
Atari, and then we jumped to Nintendo. So Atari would be the home run game, where you have the characters and the one bat just goes like this. Like this, So that was my favorite one.
You can play that on your iPhone.
Yeah, I know. I think I saw it, but I haven't downloaded it yet.
I haven't. Yeah.
And then we had the Nintendo, and I think from that, I mean, there was just a bunch of different ones, but Zelda. I
like Zelda.
Spend hours playing Zelda, and then I think I jumped to the original PlayStation. And
I don't know.
I liked Tomb Raider on that. Tomb Raider and Tekken. Those were my two favorite ones on that. And then I jumped to the Wii.
What do you have now? You said
I have
your PlayStation?
I have the PS3.
What do you think about the PS4? You think you're in line to get it? Did you know that there was going to be a PS4?
Yes, I knew there was going to be a PS4.
I didn't know how far
about the Xbox One.
Yeah, wow, okay, yeah.
Budget-wise, I'll be sticking with the PS3 for a while. I would like to get a PS4. I like the PS system, the PlayStation system, and everything, and the graphics look phenomenal on the new systems. So I've got the PlayStation 3. So mostly so that my brother Adam and we play online a lot together. So it's fun talking to each other.
Who usually
I'm
wins?
horrible at playing it.
So I get that,
but I play it.
Yeah, I don't play it because I'm horrible at it. I'm like, forget it. I don't need it. I'm done.
Yeah, when we do multiplayer online, it's a lot of the shooter games. I play the other type of games, but with Adam, I play the multiplayer shooter games, and yeah, I'm usually the scout man. Hey, go across the street so we can ping and see where the other guys are shooting you from, and I die and they get the person that got me. So it works out well.
There's a flushing of the toilet upstairs, and Mom's entered it.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Okay,
Oh,
now that we
bless
got that
you.
around, thank you. Covered that. So if you could, so you suck at, I suck at video games, you suck at video games. This must be genetic. Well, I guess if Adam's good.
Adam's good.
All right, so maybe it skips a generation or child or every other one. Dale McCourt asks, what does he think of the fitness gadgets that are available? So maybe like Fitbit or the one things you can wear on the arm to monitor, like fitness gadgets.
What's a Fitbit?
Oh, okay, so It's like
I'm not familiar with a lot of gadgets about the extent of because I know
it's a pedometer. It's a
yeah,
digital pedometer.
I figured because I think Adam has it. But from the extenuation of my knowledge and what I do in my classroom, I don't use those tools because I already know how to do all that. But I think it's good that technology is being brought into that aspect of physical fitness.
I've been thinking about. I mean, Adam's got one. I actually want to do a separate video on this. He's got one that they use on one of the TV shows where it sits on your arm and it gives you full stats and like heart rate and calories.
Yeah,
and
the entire
everything,
time you're wearing it.
which is really
Were
nice.
you key in getting those heart monitors for the kids?
Yeah, we at our school we do have heart rate monitors. The kids they're not a big fan of them because they have to wear the straps around the chest, and so it's uncomfortable for elementary kids to wear them. A lot of the high school, middle school kids like it. They don't mind it, but I think the sooner we can get that technology into their hands, the better off they are at it. They also wear pedometers, that they can wear, and we track the many steps that they take in class. But yeah, no, I think it's great, and if anytime to bring technology into the field, it's good. I mean, there's a lot of apps I know out there. I even talked to my oldest group. I set a group of kids together. We, had a little club together, and we talked about different apps they can get on their phone. So as they get older, they don't have to hire a personal trainer. They can just start kind of getting into some of the stuff now and get an idea of what they're going to do. So I like some of the apps are really good and informative, and some are just bad.
Yeah,
just real bad.
No doubt about that. Nick Coate asks, I saw he had some tattoos. What are they of, and what's their meaning? Did you want to show them?
Me? Yeah, but they're on my back.
Oh, I think you have one on your leg too, don't you?
No, that's my wife has one on the leg. But I've got one on each shoulder blade. So.
Oh, is that where you did it? Okay. If you want to show them, you can. If you don't, I don't know if you want to. Okay, it's your choice.
I don't care.
We have, is that a rosary, like a decade?
This is in honor of my, we called her Nanny, so my grandmother, who is very religious. She read the rosary quite a bit. Each bead has an initial of our kids. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I see that.
Turn. The centerpiece is the date of our wedding. I think.
Yeah.
About it. And then the coloring is there's like a yin yang type one that's black and yellow, and that's symbolized the Hawkeyes that I'm a big fan of. And then
we didn't even go to that university, but we live in Iowa or whatever. But
and then the other bead colors, purple is my favorite color, yellow is Amber's favorite color, and then the other side is just some interlocking triangles. That is from the fraternity I was in college.
Yeah,
guess what that is?
Yeah, you gotta guess. Yeah, we were both in the same.
No, it's not
fraternity.
lambda either.
No. Does that even exist? Let's see here. What's it like to be Chris Pirillo's brother?
I knew this question would come up. It's no different than being anybody else's brother. It really isn't. Yeah, I know. But it's kind of weird. You'll walk somewhere and he'll see someone that knows him. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, even at the farmer's market the other day, I didn't mention this in the vlog, but
he was
the bass player for the bluegrass band recognized me as I was walking away. He said, "Thanks, Chris." I was like, I turn around and he's like, "You came a long way, didn't you?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that was completely out of the blue.
Yeah.
So those are really, I mean, of the questions that came in, a lot of them were repetitive, or I knew that you wouldn't be able to. I mean, as I was talking about the Google stuff, a lot of that stuff you don't catch because it's just not.
No.
Had you even heard that Google had devices called Nexus devices?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's a step in the right direction. Are you bored yet, hon?
No.
Okay. Just enjoying it back there with the. She's chilly. She's got an Afghan on her. I didn't think it was that cold down here.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine, I guess. We're gonna be. Diane and I are heading off to sushi in Iowa in a little bit. Oh, he doesn't eat fish or raw fish. I don't like cooked fish. I like raw fish, and we definitely did not. I think I'm the only one in the family, like the family that I grew up in, that enjoys raw fish.
I like salmon, but not raw.
Oh, I love it raw. I don't like it cooked. Diana, I pulled her in. She didn't have sushi till she was older, and
we're doing a show.
What kind of show is it?
It's an internet show.
That's my oldest. And he's
apparently not interested in the internet show that we have done with his dad as the guest star. I am going to be doing a live TLDR this Friday in a couple days from this recording. This will be to celebrate my 40th birthday live on YouTube with you. So hopefully you'll be able to join us from, well, you won't be in my parents' basement, but I will be, and answering questions and engaging you and doing a 40th birthday thing. So I'm not asking for anything for my birthday necessarily, but I do want to
give it to me, though.
You can give all gifts go to Ben. We have currently in the Locker Gnome YouTube channel, 297,464 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 300,000 by Friday. That would be really nice 40th birthday present for me if we hit 300,000 right there on that day, if not before that day. So if you can help spread the word, tell your friends. You never know what's going to show up in this channel between vlogs and tech stuff and geek stuff and I mean, it's just it's my life and then everybody else and other things that are in it, because that seems to be what makes it a good YouTube channel, and it's very engaging in that sense. And I think that's about it. So, anything else you wanted to say to YouTube while you have the chance?
Not
I mean,
really.
this channel. Well, nothing.
Nope. Okay. Look for me. I'll be out there. You don't need to watch. Don't need to like me. It's up to you.
You don't need to like my brother.
No.
You're not really on Twitter. You're not on Facebook or anything like that. Just now on YouTube.
No, I mean, well, of course I'm on Facebook, but
not public.
not public. No. I used to have that website, but I stopped doing that. So that's why I'm kind of hoping with this kind of branch out.
It could reinvigorate, that whole idea. Well, that's what I use YouTube for primarily. I've been wrestling with what I do. I'm going to probably get into more product reviews or finding other people to help me with things and possibly selling or reselling products. So cool. That's my direction with Locker Gnome. I'll find gnomes to specialize in different areas, and we'll do things for people. Crazy. So, okay, thanks again for remembering to comment, like, and share this video. Thumbs up, and we'll see you later.